All right, today I'm going to walk you through some of the features of Google Drawing if you haven't used it before. So we're in my Google Drive and you're going to click on New and you're going to go to More and find Google Drawings. Now this is if you're in the new Google Drive. If you're in the old version, let's see if I can show you that real fast. You'll click Create and Drawing. So we're going to go ahead and create a Google Drawing. Remember, we always title our Google documents right away. So I'm going to go ahead and just title this Google Drawing Intro. Here we go. If you want to share it at this point to whoever you need to share it with, you can do that. But let's take a look at Google Drawing. I really love this tool. Right here, this is what's called your canvas. So this gives you a lot more options than, say, Google Documents has. So this is your canvas. You can make it bigger or smaller here. It'll always kind of center it, so you may have to keep dragging if you want to make it really big or if you want to make it small, whatever you want to do. You could also go up to File and Page Setup, and they have some presets. So this is the standard when you first open it, or you can make it a little wider or a little wider yet. Okay, or you can do a custom as you saw. I'm just going to keep it here for now. So I want to just walk through some of these features. A lot of this is very familiar, but you may not always see them in all together in a Google application. So you have some shapes you can put in. You can put in text boxes. You can put in images just as normal, lines. You can also do word art, which is unique to Google Drawing. So say I wanted to just do a title. All right, so you have a word art. It's a little fancier. You can click in here. Here are our fill tools. Remember, you can fill the color whatever you want. I want to change it to green. Here's our line color. You can make the colors whatever you want. Remember, you can do your line weight. You can make it thicker if you want to. You could also change one more, the line dash. You know, we could do dots instead of lines. You have lots of different options. So remember, there's always things to play around with, and you need to take that risk and play around. So we have my first drawing. And let's go, actually, I'm going to also show you the font since I can. So remember, we have our fonts. So I can go ahead and change my font. Remember that we can choose more fonts. There are so many different fonts. So you don't have to stick with the ones that are always there. So you click on your font name. You can go to more fonts. You can search through whatever other font you want. There's lots of them. So there's an option for you for sure. So say I want to just pick another one. Pick rock salt. Whoa, now we're going to have to make it a lot smaller, aren't we? All right, so I have my title here, how I want it. Almost being a perfectionist. And I'm going to go ahead and do a shape. So I'm going to create a face. I know that there's a smiley face right there, but I'm going to create my own face. So I'm going to grab a circle. All right, and we're going to change the color. Remember, if you don't like the colors that are here, you can also click on Custom, and that gives you that whole palette, and you can kind of adjust from there what color you may want. And it's obviously a little trickier. All right, so I have my face. I'm going to change my line color, and look at what happened. It's going to match the color that I already had. It's going to save that custom color for me. All right, so may I say I want to add some eyes. I'm going to make the fill. And I'm going to copy it. So remember, I want to make my eyes the same size, so I can right-click and click Copy, and then I can right-click and click Paste. And I have my two eyes. Remember, these are our quick shortcuts in our tools and such. Now let's look here. As you can see, the eyes are a little off. Like say I put it here. Obviously I don't want my eyes to look like that. So I'm going to go ahead and select my eye again, and I'm going to move. You see that red line? These are guide markers for you. It's really great to use these. If you want to make sure that this is in the center, you want to move that around until you find that red line, that's a red guideline. So say I want to make sure this is directly in the center, or look how it lined it up to the bottom of it. There's lots of different ways to make sure things are going to be lined up for you. So make sure you use those red lines as guides. All right, so I want to do a triangle nose. I'll make that triangle nose. And I'm going to do something a little different for a mouth. Let's see what we got. I'm going to use this, but so he's frowning, but I really don't want him to frown. So first I'm going to change his color, and I'm going to use this tool right here. And look what I can do. Turn that frown upside down. Wow, I'm a little off, but you can flip it. I'm going to do it a little slower, that's why it's not flipping very nicely. You can turn it and turn. Whoop. Remember, Control Z if we make a mistake. That's your. And turn that frown upside down. All right. So I'm going to add. I'm going to show you this other feature. So I'm going to add an arrow. Do a nice skinny arrow, and I'm going to change the color. Remember, I'm always big about changing the colors, making sure, and I want the arrow to be a little longer, and I want it to go across his face, but I really don't want it to go across his face. I want it to be behind his face. Okay, so I'm going to right click over my arrow, and I'm going to go to order. Okay, I can send this to the back, so it's going to be behind. So now there's an arrow behind. You're going to want to use that tool sometimes, okay? So that's your right click, and you want to change the order of it. You could also rotate it, and look at this right here. You can also center it. If I want to center it on the page, maybe I want to center it vertically, it's going to move it so it's already centered for me. So Google Drawings will help you make everything kind of look nice, okay? I can add text if I want. Okay, I can format that. I can add my line around my text box if I want. Oop, I wanted to make it shorter, not move it up. You know, so there's lots of different options. Let's see, what else? You can always insert an image if you want. Remember you can use it by URL if you're on your Chromebook, so you can copy and paste in a URL. It'll pull up the pictures, and you can do the pictures that way. You can also pull them from your Google Drive. So if I wanted to pull this picture in, I can pull it from my Google Drive. Lots of different options here. What else can we? This is really obviously just basic. If I want to pull a picture, I could also use the tools and research bar. Remember, I can click on images, and I want to add a cupcake to it. Looks like a good cupcake. I just go ahead and drag it in there. Size it as I need to. Look right there. Here's my citation. It's not a formal citation, but at least it can get you back to where the image is. So when you use that research tool, it helps keep where that image is. The last thing I want to show you is just another application. So I went ahead and started a Google Doc, and just says insert a Google Drawing. Another application you have for using Google Drawing is Insert Drawing. And it comes up with a canvas. So I can go ahead and create something, say I want to add like a quick timeline or something like that into my Google Documents, and so I can go ahead and, this isn't going to be fancy, people. I want to add obviously this is not the greatest example of a timeline, but you can see how it will insert into your Google. And obviously you can take that time and format, which I'm not going to take that time. I just want to show you what you can do here. All right, so once you've made whatever drawing that you want, you hit save and close, and it has gone ahead and inserted like an image. So you have a lot of applications here with drawing. Hopefully this is a good introduction to get you started with Google Drawing.